I got an email today that no YouTuber likes getting. It is a copyright claim using Content ID saying someone has claimed that a video that I made, that part of the video belongs to them. The video in question is actually an original song that I made back in 2000 and added it to YouTube as a video in 2018. And it's just a MIDI song that I made way back when and had it converted to an MP3 and then added some stock footage for visuals. But the other day I got this copyright claim saying that a clip from this video was used in my video. Now keep in mind, all I used was open to the public stock footage, but Video Stars, the owner of the video, is claiming that I took from them. So what I have done so far is I have disputed their copyright claim. One thing I should point out is that this is a Content ID claim, and what that means is that an automated system went through a bunch of videos and said, hey, Video Stars, there's a video that has a clip that looks similar to yours, and they said that that was theirs. So this is an automated service that really kicks off. So I disputed it, and what I said is, look, the part of the claim, and if we take a closer look at this claim, we can see that they're claiming a section of visual. So they're not actually claiming the song, which makes sense, it's an original song. They're claiming the visuals, but that's stock footage. So what I did is I filed a claim to write a little bit of a paragraph explaining what my claim was. So I sent them a message that said that the part of ID, the content match, is actually from stock footage. And I actually linked the source of the stock footage. This is Pixabay. This is where I got the video as a background visual, and we can see this is free to download. It's free for commercial use, no attribution required. They uploaded it in 2016. Now, their video uses the exact same stock footage, but just because they use stock footage doesn't mean they can claim that as their own. And this is where I'm at right now. So I've sent the dispute, but now it is in Video Stars court right now. YouTube has a reputation of not getting involved in matters like this, and if Video Stars just decides to ignore the fact that they used stock footage and are claiming it as a copyright that they own, YouTube will just allow it. That means I'd have to use other methods, using courts, going outside of YouTube to try to get a resolution to this, which isn't fun, especially for a small little YouTuber like me. And it almost isn't worth my time at all. It's a tiny little video. It's been up for a year and it has 20 total views on it, but they're claiming it anyway. But I think I'm going to spend some time on this just out of the principle of the matter. So I've disputed the claim. They have a chance to look over it and own my video for the next 30 days as they look over it, and then they can decide whether they want to agree. Yes, we actually did use the same stock footage source that you did, and we don't own the stock footage. Or they could say, go take a hike, we are going to keep your video, and we're not going to do anything about it, which would be a pain in the butt, but we're going to see what happens next. So after waiting 30 days, I don't get any emails, no updates, no notifications. But if I go back to the original email, because they didn't send anything new, and then I view the claim details, what I now see is that there's no copyright issues. What I think happened is the company that originally claimed the stock footage that I used did nothing. They just let it expire, and after it expired, the copyright claim went away. It's just unfortunate that I have to wait 30 days for them to do nothing before I have control of the video. Now I can make it public again and turn monetization on. I could have kept it on, but just for spite, I didn't want it to be given to the copyright claimer. Not that it was a big video at all. It's just a shame that I had to wait, and that all YouTubers have to wait, and there's not much you can do. If they had gone ahead and said it was still theirs, then I would have had a more difficult time. I probably would have had to get the stock footage company involved and say, hey, this company is violating your terms of service, and get pressure from that end. There's not a lot that you can do as a user without getting them involved, because the company, if they wanted to, could have just said, nope, we're saying it's ours still anyway, and I don't have a lot that I can do from my end. But that's where it is. I just waited 30 days. Now the video's back to me. So in my case, I have a somewhat decent ending. It's good to be used again, and everything gets attributed back to myself again. And this is basically YouTube's basic process for if you get a Content ID claim on one of your videos. If you get a Content ID claim on your video, what you have to do is you have to dispute it. And then they have 30 days to respond. In my case, they didn't respond, and that's what happened. But what they could do after you have filed your dispute, they can just straight up reject your dispute. At that point, what you have to do is then you have to file an appeal. But not everyone can appeal. If your account is too new and it's not verified, you might not even have that ability. But assuming that you are able to appeal, then there's another 30-day window where they have to respond. If they don't, then you basically win. But if they look at your appeal and they say, no, we still think we're right, now they can submit a takedown request, get your video removed, and give you a strike on your account. And if that's what they do, then you have to submit a counter notification. At this point, things get real. The person that claimed your video, they get to see your information now. YouTube sends them your information and includes a full text of the counter notice. Anything in this claim could and likely will, if things get really real, be used in a lawsuit against you. So be careful. At this point, the person that claimed the video has 10 days to respond. And the response is typically a court date. So that's the detailed version of things keep on going, what YouTube's process is.